Alright, welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. This is going to be part 6, and in this part we are just going to be running through the Darkroot Basin, Darkroot Garden and Darkroot Basin areas. Not going to do a whole lot of super important stuff this episode. We're really just going to clear the area to pick up a few items and get some souls. A lot of this video is going to be sped up, like here. None of that was important. I was just showing from where we left off at Firelink Shrine, me going all the way back to the Undead Parish bonfire. And then once you're there, you could come down to this area. We were in this area. One of the previous episodes, I don't remember if it was last episode or not, but one of the previous episodes we killed a Titanite demon with our lightning spears, and now we're going to run through this area, and it's going to be clear because the guy doesn't respawn. But now we're in the garden area, and as soon as you enter, you're going to have to deal with these plant people. I don't know what they're called. But yeah, here we are in Darkroot Garden. These guys are pretty easy. The only attack you really have to watch out for is their grab move. Their grab move is you'll know it when you see it. It's basically they'll stand there, and if you're up close to them, they'll raise both of their arms up. And once they, like this guy right here, he would have tried to grab me there. He would have grabbed me if I didn't move out of the way. As long as you don't get grabbed by them, you should be good. And they'll be dropping these moss clumps. They drop purple ones, red ones, and blooming purple ones. The red ones aren't that useful. But the purple ones are, and the blooming ones. If you want, you can sit there and farm a few purple ones, maybe about 10. I don't in this series or in this playthrough, but you could if you wanted to. Don't forget to roll through that illusory wall and rest of that hidden bonfire, where you're gonna need to use that for a checkpoint. And that item I just walked past, I would recommend you walk past it, because if you go pick it up, it'll spawn 3 plant guys every single time you walk through that area. So, best to just not pick it up so they don't spawn. Once you come into this area right here with the snakes and you kill them and pick up the item, you'll get ambushed by one of these guys. So be careful with that. But other than that, when you're in this big open area, just stick to the left wall here. And that way you won't have to fight any of the really hard enemies that are on the other side. Yeah, and then here's the last little... There's only, I think, 2 of those snake enemies. That's the only places I know that they spawn. But here's one of the enemies you're going to have to kill. One of the hard ones that we skipped over a bit ago. If you want an easier time, summon this phantom. Again, you have to be human to summon them. Summon her, and she'll help you fight this guy. Here I shot him with 1 lightning spear and then started hitting him with my sword. You could definitely use more lightning spears to try and take him out if it's easier for you. You don't have to save up as many as you can. I just do for this fight because I thought I was going to use them. And you might. We're going to do a boss fight here, going through this fog wall. And it's a pretty annoying fight if you don't have some form of ranged attack, so a spell or a bow or something. In this case, we have our lightning spears, so that's going to help us. But if you don't have something, which you should have lightning spears, but if you don't have something, try and summon the AI here, because she will shoot spells at the butterfly here. Now, there's a few attacks the butterfly does here. For some reason, it just kept doing the same attack to me, the same scatter shot here. I don't know why it just did the same attack over and over. It was very strange. Yeah, so I couldn't get any attacks off on it, but the AI just killed it so quickly there. And then she shot a soul arrow at me for whatever reason. I don't know why. Once you've defeated the butterfly, run over here and up this staircase and pick up all the items that are at the top here, and you're going to need all of them. The Watchtower basement key and the divine Ember are the most important ones, and then it gives you an extra homeward bone to use and to come back all the way to this bonfire that we rested at last time. Now I'm gonna level up here. I don't remember what I level. Oh, okay. I threw points into Faith, got it up to 27. At this point, you don't have to do exactly exactly as I level. I just recommend throwing points into whatever your damage stat is going to be. In this case, a lot of our damage is going to be coming from our miracles, so I like to get our Faith all the way up as soon as possible. Dexterity is also a viable stat to level, because that's what our Uchi-Katana here is going to be scaling with. And then some other weapons that we're going to use later on are going to scale with dexterity. But yeah, once you've leveled into that, we're going to come back where we came from. But instead of going this way, the way I'm going here, that's the way we came from. Instead of going that way, we're actually going to come and take this other path here. And this is a little tricky here. It's kind of hard to see that you can actually come down this way. It doesn't look like there's anything at first, but you can walk down this path. And this is Darkroot Basin. And there's a few things we're going to do here. First of all, you want to try and kill this. Here's another crystal lizard. We've already killed one of these back when we did the Taurus demon fight. And they give you Titanite. Here I got Titanite chunks, I'm pretty sure. I would pray that you get Titanite chunks. If you don't worry about it. It just makes the game easier if you get Titanite chunks from them. And then you don't need this item. I just picked them up to show that they're there. And then you can come over here, and there's actually going to be an item and a Black Knight, another Black Knight. Now this Black Knight's going to have a halberd. And you do have to kill this guy. I mean, you don't have to, but he'll chase you all the way back up if you don't. And we're going to need this item. Or not need it, but it's definitely a good item to have. The Grass Crest Shield. Now what the Grass Crest Shield does is, if you have it equipped, it increases your stamina regeneration. And we're going to use that for a few boss fights later on. So I recommend having it. The only downside to it is that it doesn't have a 100% physical damage reduction, so we'll use that in very specific situations. Yeah, other than that, this Black Knight, you're gonna have to kill him because he'll follow. Like I said, he'll follow you all the way back up, and just pester you the entire time. Best bet is to keep backstabbing him over and over, and until you kill him or try and knock him off the edge. And he has a chance of dropping his halberd or the shield. In this case, I got the halberd. But again, I'm not counting that here because I'll count all the Black Knight weapons where I know you have a guarantee of getting them. Once you've killed him, you can run down this tunnel and get this rest of this bonfire here. And then from there, I think I leveled again just because I could. And then we're going to run all the way back up. Well, not all the way back up, but we're going to run up to here. From here, this area is going to be a little tricky. There's going to be an item way up there that you can see in the distance, and we're not going to pick that up quite yet. Try not to go past that item or run past it. I guess I do pick it up immediately. So you can go run and pick it up, but don't run past that item or that tree that the item's at quite yet. Wait until these guys, these big crystal golem guys, come past the tree before you start fighting them. For fighting them, your best bet is to try and do it one at a time. There's a chance that you'll have to fight 2 or 3 at a time here. But best bet is to do it one at a time and to try and get two-handed heavy attacks in. If they do that attack that he just did right there, you can see that I actually just walked through it. I didn't block it, I didn't roll through it or anything, I just walked through it. For some reason it just didn't hit me. And then you can see I actually am doing two-handed heavy attacks to try and kill them as quickly as possible. Because that does a bunch of damage to them. Now there's going to be 2 more, and I did just walk past the item and the tree. And because of that, the Hydra in the distance is actually going to start shooting magic at me. It does magic damage. They're like water balls or water spears, but they do magic damage. So, and they're gonna keep shooting at you until you walk back across that tree. So you can see I did one hit me and I took quite a bit of damage. And they do fire a lot of them, and they will all hit you at the same time and can kill you pretty much instantly. So be careful of that. Other than that, you're gonna want to try and bait these guys back to where it's safe, where the Hydra can't actually shoot you, and take them out as shown. And I think there should be one more that I gotta fight. So there should be a total of 4, I think. No? Did I kill them all? I think I killed them all. Okay. Then best bet is going to be running all the way over here, because these trees actually block the shots. And then running across this way. Once you're close enough and you're actually in the tree line, they'll actually fire like way over you. So you can get up close to them pretty quickly, like I am here. Now I sped this bit up because this took me forever. I hate this fight. It's so bad. The only strategy you really can do is make sure you don't fall off. Don't get too close. You can see, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see there's actually a line where the floor just drops into an endless pit. And if you fall into that, you die instantly. So don't fall into that. And then when they're about to make their melee attacks or do their sort of bite attack, hold your shield up. Make sure you have full stamina, otherwise you're gonna take damage. And then as soon as you've blocked their attack, you can try and swap to two-handing and start swiping at their heads. Or you can do what I did and try and use lightning spears. I missed all 4 of the lightning spears that I have used so far in this fight. But there are points where it's pretty obvious that you can get a quick shot in. Like right now, I'm actually not getting hit at all, so I don't even have to block. Here, see, I can get, I got a shot off. I get another shot off here. And that's going to take their heads off pretty quickly. The only way to take them out is to knock all of its heads off, or you can just damage the body directly and do damage to its health until the health bar is empty. But in this case, I'm going to cut all the heads off because I just find that to be much easier. Now here we are, the last head. This one all the way on the side here is probably going to be the last one you take out, because it'll end up getting lodged in the wall a lot of the time where you can't hit it, so you kind of have to walk over here to this waterfall before it'll bite in an area that you can run and hit it at. But once you've done that, you can quit out of the game and load back in. In this playthrough, I actually homeward boned back to the bonfire and then rested at it to get my lightning spears back. But either way, you want to hit a loading screen. That's the main goal. Make sure you don't run the wrong way once you do get to that bonfire. And then you're going to run all the way back down this way. All of the golems are going to have respawned. But once you get back to this waterfall here, try and stick to the left side. You're going to be slowed down in the water here. But you're going to want to stick to this left wall. That way you don't fall in the bottomless pit and die instantly. But you're going to follow it all the way back to here. If you're close enough to the wall, you won't get slowed down. Like you can see here, I'm not actually getting slowed. But once you make it all the way back to this cave here, there's going to be a golden golem. And it's pretty easy to take out if you have your lightning spears. If you didn't homeward bone out and come all the way here, it's pretty easy to fight. Fight it just like a normal golem with your katana, you know, two-hand, and do heavy attacks on it. But yeah, just be careful because you are slowed in the water. The water does slow you down. Once you've killed it, Princess Dusk, this woman here, will fall out of the golem. All you have to do is say yes to her, and she'll disappear, and you can run all the way back here. Probably should have sped this part up, but I didn't. But it's important to save her because she will actually sell us a bunch of sorceries, and it's the only place you can get those sorceries. So, and again, you'll need the sorceries to get the Wisdom of a Sage achievement. I think that's what it's called, for getting all the sorceries, because we will need, like I said, we will need all the sorceries for. So yeah, once you're back all the way over here, I don't think you need to be a human to actually summon her, but here's her summon sign right here by this rock. It should be somewhere in this area. But yeah, you can summon her and buy her sorceries. We're not going to buy them until like much later in the game, because it's a pretty big waste of souls at this point in the game, unless you're playing some sort of sorcerer. But we're not. We're playing a cleric miracle build. So we're going to wait until we have enough souls later on in the game to waste on all those sorceries. But now at this point we want to come up to this tower here and open it. And we're going to use the Watchtower basement key that we got from the Moonlight Butterfly fight. And we're going to start fighting this guy. This is Havel. And you do not want to get hit by him. If you get hit by him, it's pretty much an instant death, and you'll have to walk all the way back up here to get him. Even if you block. I think blocking, you have a slight chance of not dying if you have enough stamina or your shield has enough stability. Then you can block one attack, but then you have to get out of the way of the other one, because he will do another attack. Best strategy here is to just keep backstabbing him over and over. I did speed this part up because it does take a really long time. His armor is crazy. He has a crazy amount of armor. So yeah, this is sped up, I think 3 times. 2 times or 3 times, I don't know. I don't remember how much I sped it up. I think it's 2 times. But here we are. That last hit here, last little backstab. And then that's 3,000 souls and a new ring, which I will put on. Here we go. And that's going to increase our equip load burden, so now we can equip more stuff and still be able to fast roll. I don't have any knowledge on like what the perfect set of armor is at this point with this endurance level and Havel's ring and equip burden and everything. But I just went with the brigand chest piece and the knight leggings, and yeah, can still fast roll. So that should be the end of this episode, and tune in to the next one. See ya.